River, are you excited?
Yeah.
Do you want to go on an airplane?
Yeah. Okay.
My wife, let's call her by her trail name, Hungry Unicorn. She helped me understand what this story is about. It's about how a bike trip shifted my perspective on my big picture goals for myself. It's a story about how I reconcile with my vision for my future with the experience. We're officially starting our tour.
We are.
We're on the bike route, River. Montour Trail. It is also about a search for a dream of America. I was wrong when I thought it was about cleaning up litter we found along the way. McDonald was the first town we stopped to buy food at along the way, and we did not buy enough food.
You want to go and ask the other thing?
River, do you want to go home?
Yeah.
You are home.
Where's our home?
Home.
The tent.
The pain in my body I felt after the first day was my indicator that we needed to mail stuff home. On the table, we made a pile of everything we brought with us that we thought we would need on the trip. Stuff which in fact we did not need. Goodbye hand crank coffee grinder. Goodbye noise canceling headphones. Goodbye rain pants and extra clothes. Goodbye extra bike lock. Goodbye extra books. And goodbye extra toy cars. Hungry Unicorn put her summer dress on the goodbye table. I took it off and packed it in my pannier. 23 pounds.
Wait!
River, we're on another cool bridge.
Is it open?
McKeesport, Pennsylvania was a dead city. A multi-story parking garage with no cars. Shuttered steel mills, decades past their prime. River, that's John F. Kennedy. It says, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. The hard souls of the steelworkers from years long past radiated off derelict buildings like the rusty contrast that tarnished their facades. We spent longer than we wanted there and got out as fast as we could. After a long day on trail, we made it to a campsite Here we washed up in the Youghiogheny River, then started dinner. We did not pack fuel for the Jetboil stove because it's unsafe to fly with and against TSA regulations. And we were not able to find a canister of fuel for our Jetboil in the towns and stores we stopped in along the way. So I made a stove out of 2 aluminum cans and used a fuel additive product for fuel. I purchased all these items at a dollar store. This was not an ideal situation, but a way to bridge the gap until we could find canister fuel in a town along the trail.
Oh, that one's cool.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Do you need to go potty?
No.
Okay.
Later.
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 Later. Keep your feet down off the table.
Through the night, a pack of raccoons, possessed by demons and determined to steal our food, kept me engaged in battle. Eventually, daylight came, the coons went to bed, and we packed up our bikes and headed on down the line.
That goes in.
Purple.
Uh-huh. That goes in the bag. Yep. And, uh-oh. Try again.
Past a stone engraved with the mile marker for the train drivers from another time. 2 boys with fishing poles bike past us on the way to a fishing hole. They travel freely without any parents or adults of any kind to watch out for their safety. Perhaps this is an omen of sorts. Perhaps it was our first glimpse of a tiny fragment of the American dream. We continued on our quest in search of hot breakfast, coffee, and a playground.
Oh, this is the red ball.
River! Red Fall!
Look at that.
River, do you know why it's called Red Fall? Because it's a red waterfall. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. We made it. This is the visitor center. Let's stop and check it out. We had high hopes for the trail town of West Newton. The summer sun was boiling up the humidity when we arrived. We followed the signs up a steep hill to a community pool in hopes of cool water and fun summer play. We found the pool empty of water with a closed sign on the gate. Next, we rode to a park only to find the playground equipment had been removed. Then we went to a distillery to have a libation. The words "out of business" were painted on the windows. It felt as though every mom and pop store in this town was closed or out of business. We found lunch at a food truck by the old train station and cold iced coffee at the dollar store. Then we headed out of there. River, mature for his age, handled the disappointment better than the rest of the family. Back on the trail, he played with his toys in his trailer as we continued to spin our way east. Each new mile still unknown, each new mile holding a chance for something better than what we left behind. And there's all these things we thought we would it would be like it wasn't like. Am I getting soft? Is this really as hard as it's supposed to be?
Big dog.
After 3 days on trail following a red-eye flight from SFO, I am settling into the fatigue from long days and more sleepless nights than sleepful nights. Perhaps tonight will be different. We washed up in the river again today, and it seems as though we are falling into a daily routine of sorts. River seems at home here, exploring a new world, excited to find play and laughter in every moment. He is a good influence on me.
Yep, you have to open it.
Open. Open.
Open.
Open.
You want to hold or pump?
Oh, open. Pop. Pop.
What does River want to do?
He's going to hold.
You want to hold? You sure you don't want to pump?
Yeah.
I can help you. You can ride the pump, can you?
Touch the water.
River, do you like beans and rice?
Yeah.
Do you think this is a good dinner? Is this your favorite dinner?
I just said.
Go to your side.
Do you want one more bite?
Yeah.
He's coming over to you.
Yeah.
You gonna come over to me,
Yeah.
my precious child? Okay, let's switch sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or he can come sit next to you.
Wanna come sit next to me?
Yeah.
Come sit next to me, my child.
I just said.
Big F, little f, what begins with F? 4 fluffy feathers on a fiff.
Goodbye, Slush Run. River, you ready? It's day 4 of the coffee saga. We've not been able to make coffee in the jet boil for 4 days. This morning I'm gonna indulge in a probably 3-year-old emergency first aid kit, 100 milligram caffeine cliff shot. Oh, so peaceful. Oh, the birds sound brighter. Oh, the trees are greener. Oh, the air is crisper. Oh. Just waking up and embracing the day. You enjoying the peaceful morning, River?
We can keep looking.
But
We're gonna bike and we'll keep looking. Do you want to say bye-bye, turtle? Good luck finding your breakfast.
Do you want to take him home, River?
yeah.
Sorry. This is his home. River, do you like the rain?
Yeah.
Do you like the rain right now?
Yeah.
Do you want it to stop?
Yeah.
Do you want it to keep going?
Stop.
Stop rain. Stop raining. So if you don't want to get wet, I can put you in.
We pushed our bikes uphill for a long time. It was crazy. There's only one side here, it's not level, and it's dumping rain. River, this is so exciting. It's your first time setting up shelter in a rainstorm in the Appalachian Mountains. On day 4, we found a small outdoor store where we purchased a fuel canister that would fit the Jetboil stove. This meant that we could run our outdoor kitchen as designed. With the ability to cook hot food, we stocked up on coffee and other rations for our next few days on trail. River, this is our awesome downhill for the morning. Mama's walking her bike to feel more safe. We're gonna rip this. Yeehaw! Hold tight. Official. We're leaving Ohiopyle. It's a nice rainy day here. Little dreary. Struggling a little bit as a family, as a team. But Hungry Unicorn wanted to pull River, our precious child. The first 10 miles of today, maybe 5, we'll see. Oops, a little bumpy. Alright, into the green tunnel. Do you have any goals for today? Close. 11 miles to come. If anything, I wish we had another 5 days. I wish we had a 20-day trip.
And this amount of trail?
Yeah, same miles, yeah.
Why?
Because then we could actually, like, at the toddler pace, I think 30 miles with slight uphill is about our max with River to keep him.
And I think it's like each activity we do, it's different tactics.
Yeah.
Like our road bike tours are exhausting in one way, and then I'm like, oh, but kayaking is easy.
Oh.
Then I remember like collapsing after our day from the Grand Canyon, just shoveling salty food in. Like, no, this one's easy. Those are also tiring.
Yeah, last night I was thinking of how, you know, but this happens on every trip. You like, I have this idea of what the trip's gonna be like, you know, and it happened with, like, you know, before the trip I was like, okay, I like my home roasted coffee beans, so I'll buy a hand grinder. And it's like day one, I'll drink whatever coffee there is. I'm shipping anything we don't need home, but I'm gonna keep the trail runners just because I have this pipe dream of trail running the AT. And then last night I'm like kind of doing the math of the miles and like what's good for us, and I'm gonna mail the trail runners before the AT, either today or tomorrow. But I'm mailing the trail running gear home because I like the pace. I agree that it's like we are kind of like maxed out in terms of keeping under the umbrella of keeping River happy.
Yeah, I think keeping the family happy.
And then the family happy. It's like, why push miles and you don't have to? And I'm okay, I'm okay letting go of the identity of trail runner for a couple weeks to be on this trip.
Well, yeah. I brought my trail running shoes, thinking if this trip was like the backpacking trip, then we'd have energy and time to run. But this trip isn't like that, and I don't really have energy or time.
What's that pen in your hand? Here it is. Oh, it looks like someone came from very close to us. Right here. Ready? Push. Will you help me push? Push it in. Yep. Oh, nice, bud. There we go. That's our home.
Mama's coming. So one thing we've encountered on trail is dead towns and what I'd call half dead towns, and Rockwood is definitely a half dead town. We wanted to stay here, so River really wants out. Anyway, the campground closed. Bed and breakfast, Rockwood Trail House closed. Morning, day 6. Is today day 6?
Today's Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wow, yeah, it is. Day 6.
Goodbye, hostel on Main. Feels longer.
My favorite part of the hostel was the porch swing, and that River would push me. Yep, we're going, buddy. Yep, River's ready.
This morning I was thinking about how before the trip you said this isn't a vacation, it's work.
Yeah.
And at the time I was like, no, it's a vacation. And now I'm on the tour.
Trip.
It's a trip for sure. I guess I like this type of trip. And
You don't vacation.
I don't think I vacation in the traditional sense.
Your vacation is a trip that requires one.
Do you think these types of trips are more valuable experiences?
They're different. I could really use some time where I'm not working.
You feel pretty tired right now?
Yeah. Hard to preparing for a hurry. Dealing with wet my ear is tired.
Do you think you'll feel the same way after the trip?
Yep. I think I'm gonna go home being tired. I have to recover from the trip.
You think when you look back you'll smile?
Yeah.
Lungs burned, not from riding hard or fast, but from breathing smoky air. The jet stream moved the smoke southeast from burning coniferous forests in Canada to our location. Through this haze, we rode into the settlement of Myersdale, Pennsylvania. What did you think of Myersville?
Nice train station museum. Nice diner. Very friendly people. Good stuff. What did you think?
I loved it. I liked the train. I liked that River got to play on the trains. I liked how quaint and cozy the diner was. And how it felt like we were stepping back in time to the way things were before our time. As we approached the apex of the Appalachian Mountains, we crossed more and more railroad bridges. viaducts, and tunnels, each one helping maintain an average gradient of 0.75% on the eastern side of this continental divide. These features separate this type of trail apart from non-rail trails, each one unique in the beauty of its own design. Some tunnels we passed through had no lights. Others had lights that were always on, and one tunnel had lights spaced evenly from one end to the other, each one with its own motion sensor. In this tunnel, the biker in the lead would ride blind, triggering the light for the people to follow. Carly, you're the light at the end of my tunnel. You're the light, I see it. Morning, day 7. Leaving Frostburg, Maryland. Pretty smoky, but it doesn't quite feel as bad as yesterday. Hopefully we're not getting used to it.
Biking, he says.
Do you want more biking? How you doing this morning, my love? Feel like you're adjusting to life on trail?
Literally accepting the fact that I'm just going to be slightly tired the whole time.
Do you think you'll sleep good on trail sometime?
No.
I'm rooting for you. Do you like starting the day with a big downhill?
I'm actually my jack on.
You're doing 12 miles an hour, no problem. Frostburg is at elevation 2,000 feet, or 609 meters. Cumberland is at elevation 600 feet, or 182 meters. We descended 1,200 feet, or 365 meters, between the two towns, a distance of about 15 miles or 24 kilometers. This would be the longest downhill segment of our quest. Cross track at right angle. Good job. One of the books I listened to while riding my bike was titled Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, A Savage Journey to the Heart of the American Dream by Hunter S. Thompson. I would not recommend this book to the common man. It's more appropriate for folks with an adventurous spirit. The book is a mostly chaotic narrative about a drug bender, and then out of nowhere, yay, we made it to the CNO! About 1/3 of the way through, a deeply insightful and philosophical segment comes out of nowhere. Here, Thompson writes, strange memories on this nervous night in Las Vegas. 5 years later, 6, it seems like a lifetime, or at least a main era, the kind of peak that never comes again. San Francisco in the middle 60s was a very special time and place to be a part of. Maybe it meant something, maybe not. In the long run, but no explanation. No mix of words or music or memories can touch the sense of knowing that you were there and alive in that corner of time and the world. Whatever it meant. History is hard to know because of all the hired bullshit. But even without being sure of history, it seems entirely reasonable to think that every now and then the energy of a whole generation comes to a head in a long, fine flash, for reasons nobody really understands at the time, and which never explain, in retrospect, what actually happened. There was madness in any direction, at any hour. If not across the bay, then up the Golden Gate, or down the 101 to Los Altos or La Honda. You could strike sparks anywhere. There was a fantastic universal sense that whatever we were doing was right, that we were winning, and that, I think, was the handle. The sense of inevitable victory over the forces of old and evil. Not in any mean or military sense. We didn't need that. Our energy would simply prevail. There was no point in fighting on our side or theirs. We had all the momentum. We were riding the crest of a high and beautiful wave. So now, less than 5 years later, you can go up on a steep hill in Las Vegas and look west, and with the right kind of eyes, you can almost see the high water mark, that place where the wave finally broke and rolled back.
We're not gonna keep going, right?
You want to camp here?
What about there?
Okay, let's camp there. You think we can get to the water?
Well, wherever they are.
You think they're at the water?
I think so. Let's go. He's screaming for
River,
help.
do you want to get out? River, do you like riding on the handlebars?
Yeah.
Do you want to go in your trailer?
No.
I marinated on that passage in the back of my head as we camped next to an old lockkeeper's house and listened to the sounds of thousands of turtles sing a night song. Then the next day on trail, I arrived at the following thoughts on Hunter's words. This high water mark of the mid-1960s must have been Thompson's American dream. For him, it was fleeting, like a rogue wave, something to be experienced unexpectedly, and then to look back on with nostalgia. This got me thinking about how we humans go about defining the American dream, the dominant social paradigm, which paints a picture of suburban houses in a contemporary neighborhood that someone earned by pulling themselves up on their bootstraps. This is not considered by Thompson to be true or false. He just made a story to match his own idea of the concept of the American dream, which inspired me to choose to do this same thing in my own way. On this journey, I'm looking for an experience that feels like my definition of the American dream.
Hi. I was waiting for you.
I do not know what it looks like now, but when I find it, I'll let you know. We made it to a grocery. So, it's morning day 8.
How about biking with a toddler who needs nonstop help and you only get a 50 score every night?
What could we do to fix your sleep, to help support you in your sleep situation? You know, for me, I just want to enjoy our quest and our journey.
Yeah, I know, but I'm telling you what I want.
Oh, I hear what you want. Do you want to hear what I want, though? Are you sure?
I know what you want.
Oh, what do I want?
You want a bike.
For how long?
When we get there.
You
It's
think
really uncomfortable to be. I stopped having fun.
maybe that's where the growth begins. I love you. I think you look so good in the morning light.
Figuring that in the next 3 nights, I'll want a sleeping or a bug-free night of sleep.
The Western Maryland Rail Trail. So 26 miles, that's almost a full day of riding for us. All asphalt, all pavement. Sometimes, you know, I'm just a guy who thinks things go faster.
That's all the time. You always think that.
I always think I'll be able to do
That's
things
your ADHD
faster.
thing.
Like when we added the extra 40 miles of the Montauk Trail, I'll be like, oh, well, we'll get through that lickety split. No big deal. Took like an extra day and a half. Yeah, when the guy at the bike station said we should probably shuttle over the Pawpaw Tunnel, and I was like, ooh, challenge accepted. The Pawpaw Tunnel detour sign warns travelers about the dangers that lie ahead. River, this is the crux of our trip. We have to climb this mountain. Sometimes it's the unexpected detours and backtracks that are not signed that turn out to be the real cruxes of a journey. All right, you eat your banana. We're gonna rip this. All right, River, Pawpaw downhill. Yeah! You having fun? Hold tight. Oh boy, oh boy. Big bump, hold tight. You want Mama? Mama's coming. She may not be going as fast as we are.
That wasn't terrible, or I can call that scary. That's quite manageable.
Yeah, River hiked almost a mile probably.
No,
More?
no, less.
Less.
The whole thing was 1.5 miles, and the turnaround point, like the halfway point, was less than 1 mile.
Okay.
The climb was shorter and steeper, and the descent was longer and not as steep.
Yeah.
So I would say he hiked almost half a mile.
Eat your cheese. Get your sunscreen on your knees.
Pop, pop.
That's the pump. Yep, we gotta get water.
Mm.
His drink, Can you help hold it?
What do you think of the smooth pavement of the Western Maryland Rail Trail?
You looking for a doggy?
Yeah,
Okay, let's look for a doggy.
River, are you looking for a doggy?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I didn't really like the other trail. I wasn't having that much fun on it. I was feeling a little sourpussy because there's all these benches on the gap that talk about how in memory of people who think it's like the best thing ever. And we're slogging through and I'm like, I'm over this. This is much better.
All right, I've figured out a good comparison to the Western Maryland Rail Trail to the C&O Town Path. Towpath. C&O Towpath. They tow the boats through the canal up and down the lock system. On the Western Maryland Rail Trail, the big difference between this path and the other one is on this one, you work half as hard to go twice as far. It takes half the energy to do twice the speed, which means you go twice the distance. So on the other one, it takes quite a bit of energy just to like pull the trailer and hold 5-6 miles an hour. Are you looking for the American dream? Are you looking for doggies? Another 5.6 miles.
That'll get us to 30.
All right. Happy birthday to you. So I lost the whole drone yesterday. It's morning, day 8. I'm backtracking to go look for it. So around this tree is the last place I remember the drone. Oh man. Thinking of all the cameras I've lost, this one hurts a lot. So I biked just about 12 miles back to Devil's Alley, and I looked at that campsite, I looked at the stump where I like set the drone by, and it wasn't there, no one was camping there. It makes me think it fell out somewhere between there and where we camped last night. So I don't expect to ever see it again. The positive is that I got the footage off of it for the first 6 days of the trip. There's a non-zero chance this drone will be found and that it will be returned to me. Non-zero. And so if that happens, I'm just gonna trust in the universe that may happen. You know, there's a non-zero chance that if I put this on YouTube, someone will watch it who has that drone and send it back to me. Just got stung by what I think is a wasp or a bee on my neck. Very painful. Tough way to start the day.
We're not going to let it ruin our trip.
We're not gonna let it ruin our trip.
We're gonna have a good trip.
We're gonna have a good trip.
I'm going to survive the 1,000 bug bites on my shoulder.
Oh, man.
I have so many bug bites.
Do you think they're all from yesterday
Yes.
when we got to the campsite?
Mama,
Yeah.
son.
Mama, knife?
Yeah. Mama,
Want me to help cut some more pancake for River?
This has been a hard journey.
This quest. I think that your quest is pivoted as of this morning.
Big change.
Yeah.
If this
You
was
thought
the
you were
wheel
going
of
for the
time,
American dream. but-
Ten.
More friends.
if this was the wheel of time, it would be like losing the Horn of Valor.
Milk, milk.
No milk, bud.
River, we were in search of the American dream, and now we're in search of the lost drone. But now we lost it, and we have to move forward with our quest.
Milk, milk.
No milk, bud.
No.
There's water.
Just,
There's juice.
There's some fat pancakes, buddy.
just.
Climb up the logs. How do you like
Dripping.
life on the road, River?
Tough job, Dada, but someone has to do it. Might as well be me.
Do you like ice cream in grocery store parking lots?
I'm pancakes in big parks.
Touring with a 2-year-old has its challenges. Oftentimes, you do not realize what's going to be hard until you're in a situation that you expected to be easy, but is in fact daunting, draining, and stressful. In such circumstances, you must choose between an environment that is comfortable and an environment that is easy to take care of a toddler in. It is easy to take care of a toddler in an open, empty campground. It is hard to take care of a toddler in a restaurant without a coloring book. It is hard to take care of a toddler in a private room on the 4th floor of an old Victorian filled with priceless knickknacks ready to be paddywhacked. At the end of it all, we were left questioning if the bug-free night with air conditioning, flush toilet, shower, and a clean bed was worth it. Are they all empty? Hey.
I got some stuff.
Yeah. I can carry it to your trash can. Just give me that bag.
That's all good. I brought the bag here just for this. You don't come here without a bag.
Yeah, I just picked them up right there.
Okay, thank you.
You're so strong. So beautiful. You want more biking? Okay, we're going, buddy. We're going fast.
Coffee. Oh.
Too fast? You want to go faster?
Wow, go, Dada, go! There's one guy!
Hey, are you having fun?
Yeah.
Is this good?
Yeah.
Do you want more?
The yellow building is where we're going. So maybe we go to the back and see if there's an alley to get to the back of it. Okay, these are all the stairs for right now. We're gonna go inside and shower. We're all very dirty and sticky.
No.
You ready to sing?
Happy
Birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
I'll be right behind you the whole time. Set, go. We made our way slowly from Williamsport to Shepherdstown, slow enough that I could take the time to imagine riding horseback down this towpath at sunrise, ahead of the heat on a hot summer day in the mid-1850s, traveling to a water-powered grain mill to buy flour to make bread. This path, canal, and Potomac River system are what connected these communities as they expanded west over time. The restored relics from that time are nestled along the path with locks for canal boats, barns for coal, and a mill powered by a water wheel for grain. I start to wonder if life was better back then than it is now for people that found a sense of place here.
You're so strong. You're so mighty. You're so powerful. Love you so much. What do you think of pizza while biking?
Best trail snack we've had. It is so yummy. River only likes cheese, so he's not enjoying it, but I think it's divine.
I don't know if democracy is harder now than it used to be or not. Some people watch the news and say that in past times things were simple, that the world was better before social media and cable news. In my dreams, those people's ideas are true. Slow travel on foot or bicycle seems to wake me up to the world. We find ourselves at a Confederate memorial, a burial ground, where the bodies of some of the men who died fighting to divide the country and keep slavery have been laid to rest. Some think the victors of the war get to decide how the history is written and what stories are told. Reading the names on the gravestones plated on this memorial, I'm not sure if that is true. I hope my son finds a way to help keep the light of democracy lit for another generation without bloodshed.
You want me to spin you, River? Mama, spin us.
Okay, good idea.
River, hold tight.
Okay. Hold tight. Is this too much or is this fun?
Fun.
Fun, okay. I think River likes to go fast.
River, do you like to go? Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Oh, no. Hold tight.
Yep, keep holding tight until it stops. Or you say stop.
Should we go faster, River?
No.
Should we go slower?
No.
Are we
Should
going
Mama
this right?
keep going?
Except there's a big puddle over here. What are you gonna do?
Just hit mile 70. You know what mile 70 means? If we do 7 miles an hour for 10 hours, we'll be at mile 0. And we have approximately 2 days to do that.
I think this is our campsite.
not gonna catch any. Hey, River, yours is full. Let's try to fill his next.
Happy birthday to you.
After a heavy, hot, humid, and rainy day, we camped next to the river again, close enough to Antietam that our campground held its name. There were 23,000 casualties in that battle, the worst in the Civil War. I wonder if the souls of Antietam's dead still linger in this place. Perhaps they show themselves as fireflies, rising in the summer after sunset, beauty in the night.
River, are you trying to comfort Mama?
Yes. Oh.
River, how's Mama feeling?
Good.
Mama, how are you really feeling?
Well, with River here, I feel better, but I am so uncomfortable. This is. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Equally low and equally high at the same time.
Sleep.
Sleep?
Yeah.
You ready to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so.
How you doing this morning, buddy?
Mama.
Guys, you missing Mama?
Yeah.
Mama's coming. Do you miss Mama a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though you're with her all the time?
Tom.
Yeah. Do you like riding on the handlebars?
Yeah.
The wind blowing through your hair? Wide open view of the sky? I'd say everything that happened last night and yesterday evening was like a very tolerable, and this morning, it was so tolerable in the realm of trip drama, you know? Like, getting to a campsite we didn't know we had to pay for, realizing we have to pay for it, realizing we're in someone else's site that they already paid for, moving sites, biking to get service to book the site, forgetting the credit card, biking back to get the credit card, realizing that we needed to book a different site that was more optimal, booking that site, setting up tent and camp again, having just like a hot evening because it was warm from the sun, it raining last night, finding a mouse in the tent, waking up and going through breakfast, and then the neighbor's big dog's off the leash, getting in a fight with another person's dog who's walking their dog. You know, for folks who haven't been on a quest as long as we have, that might be a lot of drama. For us, it's just like, those are easier things to overcome now.
How many more miles? How comfortable is my body? Am I getting a headache? Are there bugs biting me right now? How do I not scratch my bug bites? Those are the things that consume my thoughts.
It's a lot to take on.
I think it's like equally awful and awesome. And I think the awesome is so meaningful that it's more awesome than awful. There's a lot of awful.
What's been the best part so far?
I think like as I had anticipated, like River's loving it. He loves almost all of it.
La.
You love a lot of it, huh? You're having so much fun on this trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like biking, you like being on the handlebars, you like being in your trailer, you like going to parks, you like camping. We're going to a park.
Yeah.
We're back in the park.
In some ways, it just like, it makes total sense we lost the drone. Or I lost the drone.
Maybe we hit beyond our capacity.
It's just like when you're so tired that you just don't have the level of alertness to tie your shit down better. That hasn't been the only day of the trip I've been that tired. I think it's just chickens kind of came home to roost.
Yeah. Well, and it's also one thing if you have like one day of fatigue and then some good rest, but day after day of fatigue,
Yeah.
recover the same.
The non-zero day. My watch has been in recovery
Same here.
for like the last week.
Well, how could it not be for me with day after day of
Crappy sleep.
50?
Block 34.
We rolled into Harper's Ferry as another family with older children were leaving. After parking our bikes, we walked into this historic trail town, excited for fresh food, warm coffee, and Federalist period architecture.
I like this place a lot better now.
A long bike trip finds a way of teaching you what you need, and perhaps more importantly, what you do not need. At the post office in Harper's Ferry, I packed another flat rate box with more stuff we did not need, and I mailed it home.
What do you think?
Cool building.
Is it a cool building? Did you have fun in here?
Yeah.
At the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, we paid our respects to our fellow travelers on their own footpath journey, after which we walked back to our bikes and got on the trail. Heading east, the Appalachian Trail and the towpath merge into one for a handful of miles. In this segment, both groups of travelers share the same green tunnel and white blazes, marking the way forward. It is this middle segment of the towpath that the trail conditions are the best of all the miles of trail. The path is smooth, drains water well, and does not hold mud, which leads to less potholes.
You ready to go, River?
Wow, it's still in its prime, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
All ready? All right, we're gonna go.
The large stone masonry on the stone bridges and canals and locks hold stories from craftsmen from another time, and a bike is the perfect vehicle to see them on. Past mile 42, the trail slowly starts to deteriorate. Deadfall is more common, and the mud, puddles, and potholes start to show up again.
Should we put a birthday candle on it?
Do some sparklers?
Yeah. Should we do some sparklers? Oh no!
We can't eat that. You've been peeing down there. We'll get you another one. Luckily, I haven't eaten all of them yet. A little bit left. Ooh, faster, 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 faster. R-I-V-E-R. Oh, is it stuck? Oh, wow. Hey, first time?
So I roll.
No, it's not. You're a free throw kind of guy.
Getting better. This trail's taught me many things.
This quest has not been for naught.
There go some branches. Hanging it up. Up. Two food bags and trash bags, all up. Here, I'm gonna put it right here.
This deep into the trip, I felt the routine take hold. Wake up, drop food, cook breakfast, clean up trash, fill water, brush teeth, get on trail.
Can you believe it's been 12 days?
You're right. We're rolling easy on the 13.
Did you think we'd make it this far? Hasn't been easy, has it? You're such a good traveler.
We got like 20 miles today.
Yeah, I feel like last night was a new milestone for you. Like, that's the first time I've seen you camp in a thunderstorm and be so relaxed.
Well, I think I'm acclimated to them. Like, stressing over wet gear is kind of pointless because so much of our gear is wet, muddy, stinky already. And I know it will only get more so today.
That's it.
Nope, we need to throw garbage away and then we're going to keep going.
No garbage, keep biking.
They smelled so green. That's one of my indicators that I smell really bad is when I walk, when we bike by someone or we're backpacking and we hike someone close to a trailhead and they smell clean. When they smell clean, I know that I definitely probably have some, I got some outdoor funk for sure.
Nearing the end of our quest, I found myself thinking about what it would be like to live a life where I was not bound by a typical American 2-week summer vacation. As we biked on muddy trails from last night's rain, we talked about our ideal versions of future summer vacations. Hungry Unicorn had a vision where we took 2-week vacations a year mixed with normal life and routine in the middle.
I had a vision where we took 2 or 3 month-long vacations a year mixed with normal life in between. In my heart of hearts, I think I was exhausted from this trip and coping by fantasizing about future trips that in my head would be more relaxing.
Jesus. I'm on your left side. Oh, really? I'm sorry about that. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Oh, good. Just walking my bicycle over the walk slowly.
Yep. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, have a good 4th of July.
Each day on a trip like this has a challenge of some sort. Some are bigger than others. Some get bigger over time. On this day, that challenge was food. We were down to our last rations. We thought we would find an open store right along the trail. This did not happen.
River. Hey, buddy.
Which way are you guys coming from? We're wondering where food is, but we do not know. Okay. Oh, do you think it would be here? Hi.
You feeling a little muddy?
Oh, it's just
You
hard
want
to
a
make
hug?
You were just having such a nice nap.
At Great Falls, we fed River the last of our peanut butter and chip dry tortilla pieces, filled our water bottles, and then continued on trail, committing to getting to DC this day, even though it was an extra 25 miles more than the 20 miles we were planning that day.
What's it like to be on the last 10 miles?
Feels great.
Yeah.
Especially because we weren't anticipating being there right now. I was prepared for another 9 miles.
We didn't know we were going to run out of food. The guidebook, I guess, was right. The last 55 miles, there's really not good resupply options. It's not that there's zero, there's just nothing good.
I know, buddy. We're gonna go clean off. We have to get to town. We're all dirty.
How about, buddy? Good job.
I'm proud of you, River. Look at you. Yeah.
We'll drink some water, we'll take a potty break. Keep going.
Big tree.
Keep going. Dada's got to climb over too.
Good climbing. Dad,
Let go, let go, let go. You can do it. Good job.
Nice.
Was it scary? Yeah. Yep. Sometimes life gives you things that are scary.
A handful of miles past the last deadfall, we made it to pavement, and the miles became easy as we cruised into DC. We stopped at a falafel place and ordered 3 plates of food. We ate them all. Caked in mud, we used the last of our water to clean River's muddy face and hands, unsure if the folks working the front desk at the Hilton would allow us to check into the room we booked online. Perhaps it was a tiny miracle of sorts because they issued us keys and we took ourselves up the elevator to our air-conditioned room where we showered and washed the last few days of mud and sweat off our bodies.
It's just starting now. We're gonna go for a walk to a park, and when we come back, we'll get more quarters from the front desk, and we will do the drying load.
Look at that.
After such a long, hot, humid, muddy bike trip, you get chocolate, triple chocolate ice cream.
We found ourselves at a memorial in an afternoon thunderstorm on a hot day. Most visitors took shelter inside. Opposite the crowds, we chose this time to explore the memorial. The names grow higher the further you walk down, and when you touch the stone, you feel the name and the heat of the rock behind where it's been carved. For me, this felt like I was connecting with the spirits of the people who died in this war. In my mind, I could see their young faces and the faces of the families they left behind. I could imagine the crushing grief mothers and fathers must have felt at the loss of their young children. With these thoughts, tears flowed down my face. My tears mixed with the summer rain. Slowly it stopped, and slowly I let go of this dark spot in American history. Dry in his trailer, River napped through the memorial experience, after which we found a playground for playtime. And watching River there, I began to feel more optimistic about
You've got such
the future
balance,
of
River.
our
And jump off.
human species.
1, 2, 3, jump!
We ended our trip on the 4th of July, right where our country started. So after time at the playground and dinner, we went to the National Mall. White, red, and blue fireworks arced behind a large stone tower, the Washington Monument. And for a moment, there, sitting on the grass, amongst a melting pot of people and families speaking many different languages, we found what we were looking for on our quest: the American dream.